Hello everybody, and welcome to, God, we're already almost all the way done with the year, the October monthly album reviews. It's weird for me to think this is the 10th one, but it is, and so why not start it just like I started every other one, with an album I was highly anticipating that I liked. Bit of an exaggeration, that's not how I started everyone. However, this one I am. The Loneliest Time by Rae Jepson is not her best work. I firmly believe she has 3 albums better than this. Emotion, Dedicated, and Dedicated Side B, but if we're not counting the Side B, then 2. But I do think The Loneliest Time is still good. I do still enjoy it. There are some tracks, particularly The Loneliest Time, Shooting Star, So Nice, Far Away, that I find a little underwhelming. But most of the singles, Surrender My Heart, Talking to Myself, Beach House especially, I love Beach House, and Western Wind are really good. And then Go Find Yourself or Whatever, Anxious, Bad Thing Twice, Sideways, all amazing tracks. It all culminates into this pop greatness that Rae Jepson has become known for at this point. And I really think she pulls it off perfectly, making one of the better pop records of the year, and hopefully a precedent for what Rae Jepson's music will be like in the 2020s. It sort of moves away from the boy troubles a little bit. We still get tracks like that, particularly my favorite track, Beach House, but we get more tracks sort of on the mental side, like tracks like Anxious, or The Loneliest Time, or fucking, oh god, what's it called? Or Western Wind to an extent. We're getting closer to a more mental Rae Jepson, and I like that feeling, but I like the way it's paired with the boy stuff, but it needs to pick a side, really, because Carly cannot pull off the whole album flip-flopping, truthfully. It kind of throws off the flow, but that's okay. Still like this album a lot. This new one from Open Mike Eagle is good. I like a lot of the features here, specifically the bonus track features Aesop Rock and Diamond D. I like most all of the tracks here, my favorite being the closer, but a close second being Burner Account. The beats on this are impeccable. Open Mike Eagle is as good as ever. It's a great album. It's a good album. I don't know what I expected, but it's a good album. The Garden, I was a bit late on this one. Horseshit on Route 66. It's good. The first 5 tracks are probably the best run of tracks on this album, with the best track being Freight Yard, and then some of the latter half of the album being a little lackluster, but still have tracks like X in the Dirt and At the Campfire and Squished Face Slick Pig Living in a Smoky City to lean on. Some impressive guitar work and some nice drum work, as well as some poignant political lyrics. It's a good album. This new one from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava. It's great. I shouldn't have to tell you it's great, but it's great. Both of the singles, Iron Lung and Ice V, were phenomenal. But I think my favorite track on this album is Hell's Itch, which is just stunning. This whole album is kind of beautiful in a way, in sort of a dark, chaosy way. Not really chaos, though. The only track I'd skip is the opener, My Mycelium. But other than that, definitely worth a listen. And will definitely be the second King Giz album in my top 50 albums of the year. So, this was not supposed to be this good. Willow has zero right to make a great pop punk album, yet here we are. The singles, except for Curious Furious, all were good to great. Especially Maybe It's My Fault, which is still the best song on the record. Tracks like You're a Stranger, Perfectly Close to Me, Hover Like a Goddess, Coping Mechanism, and Why show this nice rawness Adding to that, the closer, Batshit. Oh my god, it's a great album. I don't know what to tell you. It just is. The Arctic Monkeys are a band I've had requested for the deep discography dives or whatever, the discography reviews. So, I still haven't decided if I'm going to continue those in the next year. But if I do, the Arctic Monkeys are the first band I'm picking. And it's mostly because of this record that dropped. And I love this record. I am all over it. There are some tracks like Mr. Schwartz and Sculptures of Anything Goes that I would definitely skip in a heartbeat, but tracks like There'd Better Be Mirrorball, Jet Skis on the Moat, The Car, Body Paint, Big Ideas, Hello You, show why the Arctic Monkeys are great, and make Baroque pop that can parallel to Tranquility-Base Hotel and Casinos best. It's a phenomenal album, and I highly recommend a listen. This one from Caleb Hiles. I had this requested for a listen by one of my friends, and it's good. I don't love it by any means. I think tracks like Amber and Rain and Survival in Disguise and Goodbye Monday are not good tracks. But other than that, I mean, tracks like Wasting Time and I'll Name Her Song and In One Breath, the closer, and Leave a Light On for Me, and the opener, Not My Own, are phenomenal tracks. Stunning tracks. Overall, a good album. All kind of adds up. Being funny in a foreign language is probably... It's a step up from Notes on a Conditional Form, by far. Notes on a Conditional Form was bloated. This is half the run length. Notes was all over the place. This feels more concise. But I don't know how much I really love it. I don't think it's on the level of their first three records. I think they're still in sort of a transitionary period. But, I mean, tracks like Happiness, Looking for Somebody to Love, I'm in Love with You, especially. All I Need to Hear, and The Closer, When We Are Together, show some of the 1975's best songs. But then tracks like Wintering, Human 2, About You, Part of the Band, show stuff that sounds like Notes on a Conditional Form B-sides. Why? This new one from Red Hot Chili Peppers, I've heard this praised more than Unlimited Love, and I genuinely don't believe that it's better or even on the same level. Unlimited Love was fun, and it had some catchy grooves, and the guitar work was amazing from John. And meanwhile, this has the guitar work being undermined, and the grooves aren't there, and the lyrics are so stupid, and it's not easy to look past them. And Anthony Kiedis sounds like he's phoning it in for half this record. It's not good. This will be on my worst list. Don't you worry. Sleeping with Sirens released a good pop-punk record. I think the best track is Tyrants, so if you like that track, you'll like the album. If you don't, you won't. But I like that track, so I like the album. Deal with it. Solid guitar work, solid drum work. I think the vocals were on point throughout most of the record. The only track I think sort of lacked in the vocal department was Us. I think Sleeping with Sirens brought energy with a lot of these, and that's what I love about them. It's a good album. I recommend a listen. Taylor Swift. I've seen a lot of mediocre reviews for this one, and I've just got to say, why? I thought this was pretty good. I liked it a lot. In fact, I loved it. I think the first three tracks are some of the best tracks on the album: Lavender Haze, Maroon, and Antihero. Specifically Antihero, which, my god, is a phenomenal track. You're on Your Own, Kid, though, parallels that immediately after that bad Lana Del Rey feature. Vigilante shit, I liked it. I understand it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's mine. Bejeweled is phenomenal, but I think my favorite track is Sweet Nothing, which is a great, dare I say it, piano ballad. Not ballad, but a piano song that showcases Taylor's lyrics and vocals in perfect fashion. I think the closer Mastermind is pretty good as well. If there's tracks to skip, it's definitely Snow on the Beach and Midnight Rain. Those are my two least favorite tracks on the album. Bland and forgettable is what I describe them as. But I think this is Taylor's best album since Evermore, which I realize was her last album, but I mean, Evermore was also on the same level of greatness, and I will probably be buying this on vinyl. This new one from BB No Money was one of the most mid records I've heard this year. Songs like Touchgrass, Top Gun, Chipotle, and Mathematics make me like this record, and then songs like Robert Pattinson, Dead Man, E-Girl Anthem, and Let 'Em Know make me hate this record. Wow, it all evens out in the end. That's crazy. BB No Money is a singles artist. That's crazy. This new one from The Architects, I expected more, especially with the lead single When We Were Young, which is a phenomenal track, and I don't care what anyone says. That shit goes hard as hell. But I just didn't get it. There was nothing of substance here. I mean, tracks that tried to have substance, like Spit the Bone and Burn Down the House and Doom Scrolling and All the Love in the World, felt bland and felt like copies and cosplays of other metalcore bands in the scene. But then tracks that sort of just did their own thing, like Deep Fake and Be Very Afraid, had me headbanging the entire time. But overall, this isn't a good record, and it will also be on my worst list, don't you worry. And another King Gizzard record from this month, Changes, which I think is great as well. I think the opening track, Change, is really good. The single, Hate Dancing, is great. AstroTurf is a really good track. But I think my favorite track is Exploding Suns. I love it. This album sort of marks a weird area, sort of between Nonagon Infinity and Paper Mache Balloon Dream, where I think that would just fit right in this one, Changes. Just go right in there. It's a great album. Expect to see it on my best list. You remember what I said about BB No Money's record? Insert that here with Young Gravy. So that's the ranking. If you liked this review or these reviews, go ahead and leave a like and comment, please. Thank you. And subscribe, please. Thanks. But most of all, have a good day, evening, month, week, morning. Whenever you're watching this, whatever you're doing, make it great. Peace.